Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our class. And today we'll be continuing with our variations in psychological aspects, chapter one. Okay. And I think we have already done the various aspects and what is intelligence, etc. And today we'll be doing the triarchic part of it. Okay. So let's start with our class today. Okay. So, if you guys can see, then this is the triarchic theory of intelligence. All right, triarchic means three. Okay, and this was given by Robert Sternberg in 1985. Okay, proposed the triarchic theory of intelligence. Okay, so Sternberg views of intelligence as the ability to adapt, hmm, to shape, and to select the environment to accomplish one's goal. Okay, that is what he figures, and he says that this is what an intelligent person would do. Okay, so please underline this, that the ability to adapt, to shape, and select environment to accomplish one goals. Okay, and those one, society and culture, it all always depends on that as well. Okay. According to this theory, there are three basic types of intelligence. So there are three basic types of intelligence. Okay, so first we have to see who was it given by? Robert Sternberg, 1985, the date. Secondly, we have to see that the definition that he gave, okay, which was the ability to adapt, to shape, and to select the environment uh, to accomplish one's goal, and those ones, society and culture. So not only your goal but also the society and the cultural part of it also. Okay, then we have, according to the theory, there are three basic types of intelligence. So there is, of course, componential, okay, where and the other one is experiential, and the third one is contextual. Okay, so componential intelligence. Number one, componential intelligence or analytical intelligence, okay, is the analysis of information to solve problems. Okay, so here we have to analyze to how we have to solve the problems. Okay, persons high on this ability think that analytically and critically and succeed in schools. Okay, so if you guys know, so there are two parts of our brain. Okay, so the left part is responsible for the logic part of it, the analysis part of it, the different uh, solving problems like mathematical problems and all that, right? So the logic part of the brain is the L part. So L for left, L for logic. The right part of the brain is responsible for the creativity part of it. Okay, if you have to do something which is related to art or which is related more to creativity, so that is what. Okay, so the componential intelligence is nothing but a person's ability to think analytically and critically and succeed in schools. Okay. So this intelligence has three components. So even in componential intelligence, you have three components in it. Okay? हमें, yes, I think this is visible now clearly. Okay, so this is it. So, what are the three components in componential intelligence? Number one is the knowledge acquisition. Okay, so number one is knowledge acquisition. How much the person has knowledge, okay, and which is responsible for the learning and the acquisition of the ways of doing things, okay, or ways of learning things, and etc. The second is the meta or the higher order component, okay, where it involves the higher order component, the planning, the concerning what to do and how to do it. Okay. So, in this, the first part is, of course, the knowledge acquisition component, okay, which is responsible for the learning. learning the problems and how to solve these kind of problems, correct? But the second part is the higher order component. Now, higher order component which involves the planning component, okay, which involves the how to do things and what to do, etc. ठीक है? Okay. The third is the performance component, which is actually doing the thing. So first is the uh, wait, I'll just share it with you. The knowledge acquisition, learning how to do it. ठीक है? तो फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपने एक टास्क लिया, ठीक है? आपने सबसे पहले ये सीखा कि कैसे, how you have to learn it. Like if I have to, for example, drive a car, okay? So number one is knowledge acquisition. You're learning key what are the roadways. That is why in the first 6 months while you are learning the car, you have to give the theory exam first. Okay? Yeah. Give me 1 second. Uh, yes. So the second part here is about the which is responsible for the meta and a higher order component, okay, which involves the planning part of it, like how to do it and what to do, etc. Okay. The third part is the performance component as to actually doing things accordingly. Okay. हाँ जी दीदी, दीदी मत डिस्टर्ब करो प्लीज। यार बस ऐसे छू लिया छू लिया। अब मम्मा प्लीज कोई नहीं आएगा मेरे लिए। Yes. So the first part is the knowledge. So I've learned how to drive it theoretically. The second part is ki actually going to the car and seating myself and actually learning it practically. Okay. And the third is actually doing it, actually driving the car. Ki main kaise karungi and all that. That's the second part. And the third part is actually doing it. Okay. So first is knowledge. Second is meta or higher order component. And the third one is the performance component. Okay, I hope this is clear. This is the first part of the triarchic theory of intelligence. Okay. The second is the experiential intelligence. Experiential or creative intelligence is it is involved in the past experiences creatively to solve the novel problems. Okay, so it is reflected in the creative performances. So, like persons high on aspect of and integrate different experiences in an original way to make new discoveries and inventions. Okay, they quickly find out which information is crucial in a given situation. Okay, so for example, in an experiential intelligence or in creative intelligence, with like different kinds of experiences that they have had, they will combine into one and they will make like a dance performance, and then they will make it these days, so they can make it and create in a reel also. That is also creativity, you know. Then they can make like a theatrical performance also. Okay, so this is what an experiential intelligence is, that how creatively you can think and come with an experience. Like if you see the musicals and the drama and the theatrical part is all an experience for the audiences, right? So that is what we are trying to say. Now, contextual intelligence, the third, the last part of the triarchic theory. The third is the contextual intelligence. Now, contextual or practical intelligence involves the ability. Now, this is what I'm talking about, okay? So, practical intelligence involves the ability to deal with environmental demands, okay, encountered on a daily basis. Okay? For example, do you have street smartness or do you have the business sense of it or not? Okay? It may be called as street smartness or business sense. Persons high on this aspect easily adapt to their present environment or select a more favorable environment. Okay? Than the existing one, or modify the environment according to their needs. Okay, so this person is really high on this. They have the intelligence to adapt themselves or with the existing environment, they can actually adjust to it, or they will make themselves feel comfortable in the needed environment also. Okay, therefore they turn out to be successful in life. So Sternberg triarchic theory of intelligence represents the information processing approach to understand the intelligence. Okay, so now I just want to do like a little recap here. Okay, so understand everybody that with these kind of componential, experiential, contextual intelligence, or any kind of theory that we are teaching, the keywords is very important for your examinations, for your knowledge in per se. Okay, so for example, if I'm talking about triarchic theory, something has to be like a mnemonic in your head to understand that, oh, this is what we were talking about. Okay, so for example, you can see, you can make a mnemonic of CEC, or Robert Sternberg, 1985 is a very important detail. ठीक है? The next important detail is the definition that they have given. Then the next is the three types of intelligence. Okay, so if they will ask you about the three types of basic types of intelligence in the theory, so then you have to write these: a componential, experiential, and contextual. Okay, even in componential there are three parts. So experiential and contextual is easy to understand, but componential maybe there are three parts. The first is the knowledge acquisition. ठीक है? The second is the meta or the higher order component, where you're planning to do कि अच्छा हम कैसे करेंगे, क्या करेंगे. If you've seen like these heist movies, right? So first is actually learning about the whole. If you've seen like Money Heist, then you can see that you have learned about the bank. Okay, what are the different kinds of uh, things in the bank, and the exits, and the people, and all of that. Then once they have learned that, the second part is the planning of the thing, where they are actually planning, okay, this person will come at this time. And I know it's a very bad example to give, but I think planning ke naam pe we can give a heist example as a very big one. Okay, because we have seen it in movies and all that. The third is the performance component, where they're actually going into the bank and they're actually doing the heist. ठीक है? So that. तो एक्सपीरियंशियल में जहां पे आप अपने पास्ट एक्सपीरियंसेस को क्रिएटिवली नॉवल प्रॉब्लम्स को सॉल्व करने में लाते हो, या एक्सपीरियंशियल चीजों को क्रिएट करने में लाते हो, उसको एक्सपीरियंशियल इंटेलिजेंस कहते हैं. कॉन्टेक्चुअल इज नथिंग बट द स्ट्रीट स्मार्टनेस ऑफ द पर्सन, कि आप अपने को कैसे कैसे अपने आप को कैसे आप ढला देते हो into the environment which is already existed, or something like on a you in a favorable environment, or you can just modify the environment to fit their needs into one. ठीक है? Great.